Would have been on time, but just missed it. Just missed it by a second. There we go. We're live. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
And welcome to Chinwag number 65. So thank you for everyone that's in the chat already. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
It's a lovely Friday evening. For those of you that may be new, possibly, if there are anyone, I would just say, we come on here every Friday and we just chat about our week.
It's just an update on our week. We run through some sales figures. Generally what we've been up to.
Hopefully everything looks and sounds good. Everything should look good. I've got the webcam up and it looks decent. Lighting seems fine. And if we could get an update from you guys in the chat about the actual what's it called? The sound. Yes, the sound, the mic, because the last time we had a few people saying that the volume
was very low, and we have actually turned it up this evening.
Bit, yeah.
So hopefully it'll be better this week.
Yeah, we're a bit far away still, but
is it?
Yeah, well, you're a bit far away, aren't you?
Oh.
You think?
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll move forward.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, that might be better.
Okay.
Hopefully everything's doing good. It's saying the stream is okay, not great, which is a bit of a shame.
We'll
but
see.
We'll see how it
improves.
goes. Yeah. I don't know. It hasn't dropped anything, so it must be the Yeah.
We'll just
see.
let it do its thing.
We'll let it do its thing. Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, welcome everybody. Let's say a few hellos. We've got Adam Kelsey in the chat. Peter Ray has joined us as well. Adam was actually first in the chat. I'm not sure when he came in, but yeah. Jason Entwistle said Peter Ray. Derek Payne. Jay and Callum. Okay, we're quite back there because I said hey back at 7. Right. Daniel Warren, Stu Mandry. Right, let's just scroll down a bit. Bum Crack Picker Owly Boy has joined us as well. I like to say hello because just feel like you should, because people have bothered to turn up. Roy Foden says I think Roy says, hi guys, just paid HMRC online, yuck. It's a necessary evil. Yeah, it's a necessary evil. It's something that we kind of have to all deal with. We're actually in the process of it.
Oh, don't.
Well,
I had a bit of a meltdown earlier about it, didn't I?
A little bit, yeah. And you don't really have anything to worry about.
I know. I don't have it too much to worry about because I'm. Well, for me anyway, simple. I'm going to be under that that level. What is it? Under the threshold.
But it's not just about the threshold, is it?
It was stressing me out so much.
But you've only got
but I'm one of these people that likes to be on top of things, okay?
Yeah.
And today it proved I just wasn't on top of everything that I thought I was. So
that freaks you out.
It
basically
freaked me out. I had a massive meltdown. You had to calm me down.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, Rebecca, your tax is really simple because it was just simple, eBay.
But it was really me because I was just so frustrated that I didn't keep on top of certain things. Yeah. And I'm just like, no, I should have been on this. I should have, and it frustrated me. That's
understandable. I mean,
I think I just annoyed myself, basically. I can do that, right?
Well, yeah, of course you can. I mean, it happens. It's one of those things. It can happen so easily. Like, it's not tax is not a fun thing to do. We all have to do it. Yeah. And this time of year, obviously. I mean,
I'm still not finished it.
Well, the thing is, I'm the one that should be concerned.
I know, and you're like relaxed as anything
because I know I'll get it done. I know. There's nothing.
Don't come to me like 2 days before and say I still haven't done it.
No, have I come to? Well, no, I have before. No, I don't think I've left it that late before. No. But I'm going to do it within probably the next week. I think I'll like to have it squared away by a week from now. So that's my plan.
Okay. Should we go back and carry on saying hello? Because you kind of. I cut you off there, didn't I?
No, it's all right. Southwest says everything looks good. Need to wash your tops. Everyone's saying sounds good. That's fantastic. Looking and sounding good.
This has been washed though.
I know, but I was eating a custard donut. It might have the icing, and plus Alf and everything. Okay. I'm a messy eater, guys. I mean,
you really are.
Really am. I mean, it's just something I can't help. Lots of people joining. Ray Cunningham, Will You Take Less? Southwest Sellers, Jane Callum have joined us as well.
I think Carla's in there.
Carla's in there, yes.
Saying hello to Carla,
Stephen Bennett as well. So hi everyone. Seaside Salvage says I am on time this week. Well, hopefully the notifications.
There was an issue with notifications, and I haven't been getting it.
Yeah.
Many notifications.
Yeah.
I think when ads went live on Thursday,
yeah, this week has been really flaky for notifications.
I just remembered that he was meant to be on, so it was just like, okay.
Yeah. So Sib says, not bragging, but I did my tax in September. You feel like the kid who does his coursework a week after it was issued.
I used to be that kid.
I think when it comes, and Southwest Seller says, I paid mine on the 1st of January 2018. There you go. So Ray says I got fined. I've never, touch wood, I've never been fined. To get fined would be quite like a salt in the wound.
You don't want that, do you?
No, because you're paying tax, and then to be fined on top of it, that's just the burn, isn't it? That's like a burn. When it comes to tax, just getting it done, to be honest, not just tax, anything. I kind of leave things. I'm a leaver of things. I leave things to the last moment. Which it's bad, isn't it? I mean, even just this stream, we should have been on time, but I was like, we're going to be on time.
We're going to be on time. And then you checked the time, and he was like,
it's 7 o'clock. So we were like a few seconds late. Only a few seconds, but considering we were here, shouldn't have been a problem. No. Indy says, I did ours in June, Sibk, but I knew a tax rebate was due. And the thing is, I want to get to the stage where we're doing it monthly.
I think that's what I stressed out about earlier. I was like, we should be on this every single month. The tax should be dealt with on a month by month basis. It'd be so much easier. I mean, mine's going to be a bit more of a pain because of the receipts and stuff, but luckily because we've not sourced as much as we normally would, it's going to be a lot less. Well, actually, saying that, because it's only till April, isn't it? This isn't going to come in. It will be worse.
It's going to be a pain.
Worse than you think.
It's going to be a pain because it's going to be the halls. The halls came in literally in March. So
Darren is in the chat, and he said it's the first Chinwag in his new house.
Oh, fantastic! Yep, Darren has moved recently. So congrats on the move, Darren. Very, very stressful time. I think moving is.
We want to do that again.
We
say that we move again.
Next time we speak to you, we'll be back down south. No,
it's not happening.
No. It's a stressful time. I'm not a fan of it. So
especially when you're doing stock as well.
It's just horrible.
Moving stock as well.
When you're moving stock, and fun. If you're hopefully, Daz, you will get yourself situated ASAP. But you're watching us on the big TV. That's fantastic. On telly.
On big telly.
We're on big telly. Notification came through a few minutes ago, say Jay and Callum, keeping me entertained whilst I list golf clubs. So Callum has bought some golf clubs by the looks of it. So fantastic.
Well, they're streaming tomorrow night, aren't they? So,
yes, Jay and Callum are going to be streaming tomorrow. Actually, we should probably mention Jay and Mike have started a Facebook group about merch. So
merch and Etsy sellers.
Merch and Etsy.
Let me get it up.
They mentioned it. If you haven't already checked, if you click on Jay and Callum's little icon in the chat, you'll be able to go to the channel and you should be able to see the stream.
It's called Amazon Merchers and Etsy Sellers.
Amazon Merchers and Etsy Sellers. So if you search that on Facebook, you'll find their group. They've just started it, and it should be fantastic. I mean, Jay is a wealth of merch information. A lot of you guys have been approved for merch.
I think Mike's getting a Illustrator tutorial together.
Oh, cool. I'm using Inkscape. I'm trying to anyway.
No, but just in case people want to use
Illustrator's cool. You have to pay for it, but it looks so cool. If I couldn't justify it, I might just do it just for the fun, because I like having it anyway. I can pretend to be pro, right?
What do you mean pretend?
Oh yeah. Peter Ray says, I've had 3 rebates and I'm 27. G-Man says, you need to get your hair cut, you hippie. It's not that bad. It's
It's kind of getting to the point where we might need another shave. Not like...
No?
Yeah,
what, I don't know. Sib says I'm a Libra.
Longer length, maybe.
Right. At this rate, next year the tax man will pay me, says Carla. Okay. Well done, Darren. I moved too, says Dave. Took me 5 weeks to move the tat, and now opposite the charity shops. Yes, that's fantastic. Yeah, moving sucks. Rich says, as I hear, your link to lighting in the links below is not available via Amazon.
Yeah, it's out of stock. I did tell you a while ago.
Oh, well, you're talking about the affiliate links in our description. Yeah, we've got affiliate links in our description. If you want to click on buy stuff on Amazon, go ahead, no pressure.
But you can't buy the lights because
don't buy the lights. Well, they're not in stock. Oh, how amateur am I, eh? Currently unavailable. Damn it. What? Oh, yeah.
There you go.
I will clearly be releasing an affiliate marketing course soon, so you can learn how to link things that aren't in stock. Yeah, but those lights are very good. What I would recommend, guys, is if you're looking at a lighting setup, we've got softbox lighting, but when you're choosing them, there's a vast selection of them available. Make sure you choose one which houses 4 bulbs, because we've tried a few different ones. Like back in the day, I tried like the umbrella ones, and I tried ones which just had a single light with just without any umbrella and stuff. And I would suggest get one with like 4 what's it called, 4 bulbs, and that'll be good. But thanks for pointing that out, Rich. Thank you. We will get that looked into. Richard Hale says, I write all receipts in my books every day and all sorted at the end of the month, so when I do the tax form, it's done and very easy.
See, that's organised.
What's he doing? Yeah, that is organised. Richard, I'm envious of that.
Definitely.
It is. It's not easy to do that, to stay that motivated.
Not happy with our system.
Yeah, our system, we don't have a system.
I think you'd cry if you saw our system.
My system's going to be bringing the box out, which has got
all the receipts, which is really bad.
Oh yeah, classic.
Yeah.
JMO says you can sign up to personal tax and HMRC and check if you're due a tax rebate. I got them to put it straight into my bank. Oh, cool. I doubt I'm... Oh, okay. All right, guys. Megapixel says, question, are there any selling platforms with far lower fees than eBay, not local collection types? If so, which? Thanks. Megapixel, even if there are, it wouldn't be worth going on them?
Oh, I don't know.
It wouldn't be, would it? If there are any with lower... I mean, there are other places you can sell stuff. I mean, Depop and Shpock and Etsy, and you can stick stuff on Gumtree and ship. People pay and you can deliver stuff on, you don't have... Just because you're using Gumtree doesn't mean you have to have collection or meet someone.
Not sure what the fees would be like on Etsy. I don't think it's anything
They're not
like
high.
eBay.
But the thing is, the problem, the big problem is in the UK at the moment, I would say... your biggest issue would be like the number of actual people, customers, viewing customers, right? There's far more on eBay than any one, so I would say that's like one of the than any one of the others. So I'd say like that's a huge thing at the moment, where you got to look at how many people you're going to be able to sell to. Steve and Steph Resale Killers have popped in as well. Hi guys, thanks for popping in, appreciate it. Hey mate, he says, I'm sure in that fantastic accent. I don't think I've ever seen a more legitimate London accent. You can see the Peaky Blinders has definitely seeped into their brain there. So hi Steve and Steph, thanks for popping in. Okay. Karen says, I've been in my PJs all day. Oh, I'm jealous. We've had a busy day. We've had a busy day today, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it in a second. Do you want to start off with sales?
Yeah, we're going to start off with our sales, get on top of that first of all. So let me just get this. We're just going to
move the screen.
There we go. We'll do our normal sales report and stuff and share with you guys like what's going on. Let's just move to this view here. So there you can see hopefully you can see us in the webcam. You can see our sales insights. I love using this sales insights page on PayPal. I think it looks really epic. It gives you a lot of information. This week sales have been down on last week. Yeah, so we're not actually sold as much as last week. We noticed there wasn't a huge slowdown, but we had a couple of low sales days.
Yeah.
So it wasn't amazing.
But we've fallen off the listing a bit this week.
Yeah,
so there is a reason.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah.
We haven't listed as much this week.
Exactly.
So sales reflect.
So we didn't quite make it to the £1,000 for the 7 days, which is a bit disappointing. But we've got plenty of stuff ready to list. And we're going to get on with it. So it's not terrible when you look at our improvement from what we were doing a year ago. I mean, 54% up from a year ago is at the end of the day, you want to be doing better than you were last year, and we can definitely say that the store has improved, and we're doing a lot better. I think what's quite interesting about our sales when you compare them to this time to last year is how many more transactions we're doing. Last year we were doing a lot fewer sales. We were only doing if you actually look at the transactions per day. Alf, don't do that because I'm worried you're going to switch off the computer. If you look at the number of transactions per day, so the yellow line is last year. And then you can see like the blue line is this year. So you can see we were doing 3, 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then and as you can see, like for example, that day was 3 transactions. We did £200. We were selling only a few items, so that's like 16 items, isn't it? That is.
So I mean, at this time, they were higher value items.
We were selling higher value, but a lot less, weren't we?
Yeah, but a lot less.
So we used to do like a lot, a lot more like bulkier, bigger items. We did. Which we still try to do now.
I still want to continue to do as well.
Yeah. I was actually suggesting to Rebecca not to do them.
I shut him down on that one. I was like, no, that's not happening. Yeah. We need to do that.
So it was something that I'm going to keep doing is the bigger value items. But what's nice now is, as you can see, we are actually up to from 16 transactions the same week last year. This week we've done 40 transactions. So that's 40 sales versus 16 sales. And that's like the 150% increase. So yes, our average selling price is down a lot, 38%, but it's still £24. I think £24 average selling price is pretty good. 40 transactions, pretty good, and overall the result has been that we've gone up 54%. So we're pretty pleased with we're pretty pleased with how that's worked out for us. So I mean, hopefully you guys can see that's we feel that we're moving in the right direction. Let's have a look in the chat. A lot of pronunciation things. Peaky Miners Birmingham, no. Right. Okay. Corin's got her hubby trained by the sounds of it. Right. Zahir, do you use QuickBooks? Ask Seaside Savage. No, we just don't. We just use a spreadsheet. We get all the information from eBay and PayPal and Amazon and whatever, and work it out and just do it on the website, straight on the HMRC website. Stephen Steph says 54% improvement, outstanding. Yeah, I mean it is for us. It's huge. It's still. I mean, it's huge. It's huge. You were gonna do that. It's a huge improvement.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's huge. I have the best sales. I'm kind of I'm like a smart guy. I'm like a smart guy.
Yeah.
I'm like a smart.
You're like a smart guy.
Oh, unbelievable. Yes, so that was really good. We can't complain with that. Adam says, currently I'm doing way better than this time last year. I wasn't selling at all last year. Well, that's a big improvement.
That is,
definitely. Megapix says good call by Trump not to visit the UK would almost certainly have been Whoa, all right, chill out, Megapix. So yeah. I don't know about that.
I'm not sure about that, but
right. Let's have a look in the chat. Cesar Savage says, Stephen Steph, thanks for the recent chat with Nick. Yep, that was an epic chat. I caught some of that yesterday. They were talking about like the local game and how it's grown massively, and you can see how passionate they are about it. Those guys are definitely mad about it. Okay. Well, what else? Okay. I'm 100% better than last year. Well done, me, says Adam. Yep, well done, Adam. That is epic. Right. Mega Hall, what have we learned? That offering £50 for the lot is not enough, says Southwest Sellers.
And Neva's 52.
Yeah. I do appreciate the offers. Southwest Sellers, I do.
We will talk a little bit about that in a bit.
Yeah, we are going to talk about what we've learned, because it's been 5 months.
Yeah.
It's been It's been 5 months, and we've done a lot, and we've learned a lot from dealing with the big haul. Yeah. Dave says, I do use QuickBooks, self-employed. I got some videos to share at some point. It's okay, website not perfect, but it does help work out your tax based on your accounts, which is quite good actually. I might look into that then, because if Dave's using it, I'm interested. Was that a Peaky Blinders impersonation, Z says Adam Kelsey? What was? I don't know. Peaky Blinders? I don't know. Was it? I don't know.
I don't know. What was it? What did you say?
I don't know what I said. I don't know. Lisa has joined us. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
How are you? Thanks for popping in. All right. Treasure Pirate says, popped in to just say hi. Off to the pub for a pint or two. Rare babysit opportunity grants us freedom for the evening.
I would run
yes.
to the pub.
Yes. 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 Definitely. Enjoy it while you can. Right. 5 months. It's been 22 minutes and you haven't even started on the topics.
I know, right?
Wow, we do talk, don't we, guys? We are a bit of
I think you talk.
I talk.
Oh, okay.
You're a fraud because you do it behind the scenes and stuff. You know? That's like you're just some kind of.
And the thing is, it's only to you as well.
Yeah. Oh
so
man.
So you get all of it.
I get all the talk.
I know, right?
Aren't I lucky?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Yes, we're gonna talk about our mega haul. You know.
Yes.
I don't know.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Many things.
Okay, right, so the haul.
Yeah, of which you can see parts here.
Yeah,
so
there's a few bits
boxes.
behind us.
There's boxes there.
These are mainly in the boxes. It's like the models and.
We've got some
stuff.
George Beatles submarine, some model kits. These boxes are full of Airfix. Then down here some model kits. They're HMS Daring models, in case anyone was interested. So. Yeah, it's been 5 months.
Yeah.
And it's been a learning experience from day one, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Literally from the day we picked it up, I'd say it's been.
Yeah, definitely.
You know.
Many different reasons for that.
Yeah.
Just generally the size.
Yeah.
Of the haul.
This is going to sound really silly, guys, but. It's the simple things that until you are faced with them, directly, they can really throw you.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're all used to picking up a lot of stuff.
He's getting ready to jump.
Are you gonna let him jump? Don't.
I don't really want him to.
No, don't. Keep him down there. Bad Doge.
Keep his head.
Yeah. Just keep your hands. Just keep him from down.
Just like that.
Yeah, so from day one, it's been a learning experience. We've all been to the car boot, we've all been to the charity shop and picked up a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But when you fill a van up and you bring it home.
Well, the first week. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the first weekend we went down.
Yeah.
It was.
We got some of it.
A carload, wasn't it?
It was a carload.
And
we could handle that.
The thing is, the main reason why it was a carload, it was because we took a bit of a risk going down. She didn't know that we were going to be turning up, the manager of the store. All we knew was that she was going to be there.
Yeah.
And we had left our number for her, but she hadn't called yet. And when we tried to push them for a number, they were like, well, we're part of a department. We never answer the phone.
Because we're closing.
We're closing, blah, blah, blah. It's pointless you having the number. And we were like, okay, fine. We left ours. They didn't call. So then we were just like, come on, let's take the car down. At least we can go and meet them.
Yeah.
And see whether we can.
So we literally drove down 4 hours on the hope. We knew that the manager was going to be there, but it was just a hope. And when we came home with the carload, it was dealable.
Yeah, it was because we sat there and we were just it's fine.
We were fine because it wasn't that much. Like it was a carload, but it was all neat boxes in boxes, right? So you just stack the boxes up.
Because they had a couple of hours. They were boxing the stuff up as we were saying what we wanted to take there and then, and then she ran through other items around the department and wanted to know what else we wanted to take so they could get it ready,
prepared for our next visit. And it was the next visit that really threw us.
He was always going to do that. He was just waiting.
It was our next visit that really threw us. We ended up coming back with a van full of stuff, and there is a video on our channel about that where I show like just a quick scene of the living room.
It is really quick because we didn't actually vlog a great deal from it, did we?
We thought when we got this haul, we were like, imagine us with our YouTube heads on. When we got that haul, we were like, oh my god, we're gonna make so many videos about this. It's gonna be so cool. We're gonna have so much to share. And we didn't actually make a great deal of videos about getting the haul or going through it or unboxing it or anything or seeing what we had, right? Because we were just overwhelmed. I think we were just really overwhelmed. We ended up just we just tried to get our heads down and get through the work. It took over our house completely.
I mean, at first you were dealing with the haul on your own.
Which was a mistake. Looking back, because it took a lot longer.
It did.
So it was one of those situations where it just really did it took over our house and we needed to deal with it. And looking back,
I struggled with that more than I don't know, I always struggle with like stuff kind of seeping into the front room and like stock and things having it, but it kind of took full control over like what we called our dining area. And it was just absolutely everywhere in that section. And although we tried to have it kind of fairly organised and out of the way, there was just so much of it. It was just impossible. I mean, even bits of it, like in the living room where we had the sofa and we had the chair, we even had bits of it down the side of the armchair. So it was actually moving more to the front of the house.
It was
so it was just like
it was spilling, wasn't it? It was literally spilling.
And as the sorting and organising was trying to take over, I think we moved the computer into the front room, I think, at that point. We did a lot. And then we tried to have all the stock out here.
And it grinds on you, doesn't it? It actually grinds on you. Having that...
It really does. The volume of stock was just...
having stuff sat there really does grind on you. It's one of those things where even you at first you're excited and ecstatic that you've actually had like this amazing find and you love looking at the stock.
Absolutely.
Right? But after week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, you get into the second month or the third month of it and you're seeing this stuff piled over it can become too much, can't it? And I think we found that it was a rule that can't be underestimated. If you're going to go for a big haul, we're not saying don't do it, we're saying do it. We are prepared. Big fans of big hauls now.
Especially if you don't have storage away from your home, be prepared. It's going to take over in rooms that you don't even want it to take over and it will. So
I mean, I'm saying definitely if you see a giant haul of stock, don't be afraid to go for it. It could change your business. Looking back now, we're 5 months in, it's changed our business.
Absolutely.
It's completely changed our business. It's done wonders for us.
And it's making us think in a different way when it comes to sourcing our stock. It's making us concentrate on different things as well.
Yeah.
Because we haven't had to go out sourcing. That's why you haven't seen any haul videos on this channel, because we haven't been out sourcing. I mean, we went out that once time
and we got really lucky
because you were just so fed up with the RC haul at that point, and you were like, I need to go out. And so we, because of that, it is making us think differently about how we want to
run our business going forward as well. I just want to shout out Cindy Rogers. She always leaves the most amazing comments in our videos, so thank you for popping in, Cindy. She says, I just love you guys, the audio sounds great. Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. So that was the first thing we wanted to just talk about, is definitely go for these hauls, but be prepared mentally for it, because it's different to just buying a lot at the car boot or at the charity shop, because you could, you'll be invested in it possibly a lot more than you normally would be, because the amount is so much, because you're buying so much in one go, right? And it's just something to bear in mind. Anthony Edwards says, loving the hair, Rebecca.
Thank you.
So everything is cool. Just going through the chat quickly, seeing what people saying. Oh gosh, I remember Bex wanting her table back, says Dave.
I think I was on Instagram quite a lot,
complaining about the table. Question from Darren, is Alfie a crossbreed?
He is indeed.
Yes, he's a puggle. It's a beagle pug. Beagle pug breed.
Beagle and
pug cross.
And his little back legs are longer than his front legs. So he kind of dips down.
Zeren Bex, have you ever thought about renting out a storage unit? We've
spoken about this, haven't we? And right now we're
paying more in rent than we would have initially thought we would be paying for up here, because we did end up getting a bigger, nicer house than we were probably planning on getting. So we're paying out enough in rent. I don't really want to add storage costs.
So as much as we can, we're trying to keep it all at home until it reaches a point where we just can't do that anymore.
So I mean, it's definitely something to bear in mind though. So that was the first part. Second part, like I said, it's been now 5 months. I'm really happy that I've been tracking the turnover at least. We've not tracked the pure profit.
No.
I wish I had done that now, but we've tracked the turnover at least. And like the thing is, this all has had a big impact on us in more than just one way. It's also had an impact on us in terms of our sales. Now, we've mentioned this recently, but I want to quickly just show you again. This is our last 7 days in terms of sales, domestic and international. And you can see at the moment we're 52% international, and that's all down to this stock that we've got. This stock has really kind of brought out a lot of international sales, just because of the nature of it, like the RC parts, and it's really been like an eye-opener for us. Now we've been tracking the turnover, and our turnover is now like way more than what we put in, which is great. So I'm going to quickly just show you guys this as well. So this is a spreadsheet, really dumb spreadsheet. It's literally me listing everything. Now you can see the very first thing we listed and sold. I started listing this haul on the 1st of September, which now seems like an age ago.
Was that so long
but
ago?
It's only 5 months ago. That was the very first thing I listed. I thought, why not go big? I bought, they had this little train. They only had one left. I would have bought more if they had more. But there was this one train left, and I think they were only asking, like, I think on the shop it was like 70 quid, but anything we were buying we were getting for half the ticket price, so we got it for 35 quid plus the VAT. So, and then we sold it for 180, and we listed it and sold it within hours, and that was our very first sale on the 1st of September, which was incredible. And it was I tell you what, it was a relief to get that first sale. So basically what I've done here is I've literally just put down what I've sold stuff for. It's not including shipping. Now, obviously, stuff that I sell domestically, the shipping, we offer free shipping. So if we sell something domestically, it's going to have free shipping on it. But if we sell it internationally, we charge shipping on top. And some of this early stuff, even domestic, was charged shipping because I only changed to free shipping in like October or November.
I think it was October, November time.
Yeah. But as you can see, the main figure to focus on here is the haul cost us that much in cash, 3,318.76, which we use, by the way, working capital. PayPal working capital is epic.
Yeah.
And then we turned over so far 7,654 in 5 months. So as you can see, it's really paid for itself, even if you take away all the fees and blah blah blah, and considering how much we have got left.
I mean, how much haven't we listed yet?
We've still got a little bit. Well, the RC parts that
I'm working on.
Well, I mean, there's some stuff to list. There's still a fair bit to list.
I'm looking over those boxes because I'm like, I don't think.
So,
I think most of that needs to be done or gone through at least.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it is really an amazing thing to bear in mind. That like we were now well into profit on it, and we've still got a lot of stuff available to sell. And that's where the next not problem, but the next thing to bear in mind comes in. Okay, let's have a look in the chat quickly. Dave says 180 quid where you needed to pay for the van hire. I saw a message from Roy Foden. Zian Beck, did you get my email last week? Roy, we did. I was meant to reply to it, and I'm just going to apologise.
You were just so bad.
I said to Beck, I'll reply to it.
I said to you.
Yeah, we so appreciate it. It was a lovely email.
You're going to reply, aren't you? Now?
Yes, I'm going to reply because that was. Of course I am.
I did tell you to reply.
Mir Cameron Ali says I'm missing Beck's buttons and threads. Or
I still.
She just keeps them for herself.
Yeah. You know what? I have actually sold some buttons. I've still got some listed.
You've still got
but probably a little bit high because I do like them.
Yeah. So, Richard Payne says I picked up a van load of printer toner last Feb. That was overwhelming and literally filled my entire dining room, but made 3 or 4K on the lot. Easy to ship to, as already had box and most gone now. Definitely. I mean, taking in the taking in the haul is one thing, and then dealing with it, mentally, like to have this physical amount of stock is huge, but the returns are definitely better.
Adam Kelsey.
That has to be the dumbest spreadsheet. Yeah, it's the worst spreadsheet. It's the worst. Did I say it was the dumbest?
I don't know.
It is the worst spreadsheet.
The worst.
I'm embarrassed by it, but I just started.
I can't believe you share it.
I know, it's pretty embarrassing. It's just a list, basically, of stuff.
It is.
And it's really long.
You said to me, it's not going to look pretty, it's just going to be a list.
It's just a list. It's so terrible because I have to scroll down, and it takes me ages to scroll down. So
Dave's saying, does your spreadsheet
consider returns? Does it look like it's that advanced, Dave? No, it doesn't. But we've not had. I could count the number of returns from this haul on one hand. We've had, considering we've sold. I can tell you probably we have sold about 400 items so far, and I reckon we've had less than 5 things out of those returned.
I can think of 2.
Yeah, it really hasn't been much.
And they were RC parts, and the person bought the wrong part.
Yeah, and they were just wrong part purchased.
So I can think of 2 off the top of my head.
Yeah, there really hasn't been anything else. So it's been pretty good. And it's so. So what was I going to say? The next part of it. Yeah, the next part of it leads on to the next part of dealing with a big haul like this leads on to what we've been discussing this week, like with Nick on the chat when I talked about when do you call it a day? When do you cut the start just getting rid of stuff?
Yes.
Because you're in profit now. Because we're in profit now, and sorry, that's an interesting one. Because we've got, I don't know, have we got similar points on this or different points of view? What's your point of view?
I don't know. I do kind of waver, and I think that's a slight problem because I know you massively waver.
I do get.
My point is, if it's quite slow and we want to get some money out, we should just get rid and get some money out.
Yeah.
Particularly with stuff that we thought was going to go over Christmas.
Yeah.
And it hasn't.
Yeah.
And I would say, part of that was to do with your pricing.
Yeah. But since then I've reduced prices on stuff.
You have, and a few bits and pieces have started to sell.
I was a bit over optimistic with my pricing. So for example, I've got loads of model kits that
December you kept saying to me, I'm going to relook over these prices. And I was like, okay, well, he's going to do it, so I don't have to look into it. And then it kind of passed Christmas, and it was like, oh, I should have looked over those prices. And I was like, well, you were meant to be doing that.
By the way, Sibke said, is that a picture of countries Donald Trump has offended in the last 12 hours? The international map. Where things ship to. Yeah,
maybe. I think the majority of the map would actually be offended by some of the stuff that he said.
But So, I mean, I do get frustrated, and I do want to just get rid of stuff. And some of it was down to my pricing, and things have started to sell now. Because I'm pricing a bit more realistically. I've relooked at what other people are selling stuff for and marked it down. It's not the RC stuff that we've got the problem with, by the way, guys. When we're talking about stuff not selling, we've got a lot of model kits, so like rockets and just build yourself model kits like you can see in the background. And we found them to be quite slow. Yeah. And we thought they wouldn't be, looking at sold listings. And I think it's down to my pricing being a bit too high.
Yeah, it was a bit optimistic to begin with.
And I think that, that's when, speaking to Nick, it really did make a lot of sense what he said about getting rid of stuff.
And I think we've been pretty good at doing the pricing with the RC stuff, because some of the stuff we found hasn't necessarily had any history on eBay. So we have had to kind of search through Google, find other websites that may have previously stocked it,
and then list it.
Yeah, and then listed it that way. Even if they haven't had it in stock, and we've actually priced relatively well on those things, and even the ones that are, has other sellers on eBay. We have actually been quite competitive, and some of them we've actually undercut, haven't we? Yeah. Because we've got so much, and we're just like
we can. It owes us so little now. So, well, everything now is just pure profit when you think about it. So
like thinking about it, like pricing wise and things like that. Normally we'd be sitting here and like wanting to hold out for a higher price on something. Yeah. Whereas it's made us think, actually, to try and get rid of some of this stuff quicker, then we're actually looking at pricing and being really competitive.
I'm going to be a lot more. I mean, for example, we had these little models of these space rockets, and I at one point I think I was charging like £30+ for them. We were in them for like £4.50. Now we're not even technically in them for anything because we're in profit on the whole deal. And it's a case of dropping them to like 25, 20, £15. Some of them, that's all they're worth, really. Yeah. And they've started to sell. So it's just something to bear in mind. And actually today we took a step. There's a lot of chat going on about auction. Jason says, I would love to go to that auction Nick showed. It looks awesome. I've not actually seen that yet, so I'll check it out.
He was viewing an auction today, wasn't he? So
yeah, they went to view an auction. Nick and Andrew both went to view an auction. Yeah. I think like he showed me what he was looking to bid on before. It's like a massive lot of stuff.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so we actually went to auction today, but we went to actually take stuff, and we did make a decision. So, and I feel so much better for it.
Oh, yeah, we dropped some stuff.
Yeah, this is huge. This is a big part of what we. This is a huge part of dealing with such a huge haul is knowing, like, not to get too attached to the stock.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have been struggling recently to, to cut things and just get rid of them in job lots. I kind of struggle with that a bit. And we dropped a carload off today, didn't we? We filled a car up, and I felt good about it. Like on Tuesday we were talking about getting rid of those die cast planes that you can see there. I just can't do it.
And we didn't do that.
No, I can't do it.
Something that it made me laugh when he admitted it in the car to me, right? So we've loaded up the car, and I'm sitting there and like, yeah, you know what, this is really good. Really glad you took this decision to get rid of the stuff. And he went, I took a few bits out.
Yeah, I still took a few bits out.
And I just kind of felt like, what difference does it make whether you took them out or not? You still got rid of the rest of it.
I did. I got rid of.
Yeah, I don't understand that. It just made me giggle.
Well, I got a few nice little carbon fibre pieces.
Yeah, I know, but seriously,
I know,
it was stuff that we just weren't interested in selling. It wasn't a great brand, really, was it?
It
was stuff that we would have been sat on for like 6 years.
God knows. I don't know.
It would. I'm not even sure, because the other stuff that we're listing is actually selling.
Got a history, yeah. Nick's actually joined us. Says, "What's up, guys? Back from the auction preview. It blew our minds. Wow. That sounds pretty amazing. Got to see that." But I mean, that's the thing. The funny thing, we went to an auction today and we went and dropped off. Like I think it was a decision that we made that we were like, okay, we've listed all this stuff. We've still got a lot of stuff to list.
Yeah.
And we want a bit of space, and we're actually getting to the stage where our working capital is about to get paid off, and we could potentially end up with another haul. It's very conceivable.
Depending on where we are with this. As soon as this lot gets listed, we probably will be looking again.
Exactly. And you know, it comes down to it comes down to the you know, I don't know. It comes down to the fact that
I just Roy has just said, is that the dog snoring? Yes, it is.
Yes, the dog snoring. Sorry, Roy.
We do apologise.
The dog snoring, so we just had to make a decision that we'd listed so much. We've still got a fair amount to list.
Yeah.
And the stuff we're listing, we're confident in selling, right? And we actually took a bunch of stuff today down there, and we feel really good. I mean, it was a carload. It was tons and tons, like thousands and thousands of little pieces of RC that we weren't like really willing to deal with. So hopefully that's gonna just go for whatever it goes for. Someone may have a use for it. Someone may know what to do with it better than we can. Might be a shop. Yeah,
I mean,
there's money in there still.
There is. But I just feel like it would have been something that we would have sat on for so long.
Yeah.
And taken up space.
Yeah.
That we could fill with something else that sells quicker.
Yeah, exactly. That's the plan. So, you know, especially with it coming up. We just feel it's gonna, like, I don't know. We just feel that it's gonna help us because clearing the space clears your mind. We can organise what we've got better, and we've now got somewhere to put stuff.
Yes.
So when we go out and we buy some more, it's not going to be an issue. We're going to be able to.
Eventually. I don't know when that's going to be.
Well, you just never know. We've not got much to pay on that working capital. It's going to be paid off by the end of this month, isn't it? And when you know you've got access to funds, then it's quite easy to find stuff to spend it on. Like, just something to think about. I mean, we might not take it out. I don't know.
Yeah,
but we'll see. Because we've still got a lot of stuff to sell.
Yeah, we're not sure yet. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how we feel once it's all listed.
And Sibk has a question. Are you guys still wandering into charity shops? And that's the other thing. It's changed. No. We went just the other day, but we went because Beck went shopping. You know, she we tend to get our clothes from charity shops, basically.
Yeah, so I went to go shop for myself, really.
Yeah.
But
no. So
we don't. Yeah, we don't tend to, not for stock anyway. We just if we go in there, it's just to have a browse.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to go to our tip shop tomorrow. Yeah. But again, it's to drop off a few bits and pieces to clear, and then we'll probably have a look in there, but I doubt we'll buy anything really. Yeah,
but it's completely changed how we haven't had to go in there, and we've not had to count. I mean, saying that, I did actually find a CD player, didn't I?
That was what we found in here.
I found a CD.
Tell a lie, we found a CD player.
Yeah, but that was it. So yeah. Put it back over. Yeah. Peter Cummins asks, was finding that haul just a case of being in the right place, right time? I love a big haul, but it's not as simple as typing in local hauls in Google.
No, if it's going to be on the internet, it's not going to be.
I think that's
it's not going to be an easy. It's not going to be that easy.
I think that's a really good attitude to have, Peter Cummins. If you're just typing in, if you can find it online easily and it's advertised,
there are going to be so many other people that can also find it. It's not going to be that easy.
It's that low-hanging fruit scenario. Now, saying that, this in our eyes was really Easy.
The thing is, I mean, had we not gone out, I mean, we
went to visit our family.
Yeah, we don't go into shopping centres very often. Departments, we just don't. We don't tend to shop in them. We, like I said, we shop in, you know, charity shops, boot sales anyway. And so if we hadn't been out just browsing the shops, we wouldn't have seen it. Yeah.
But this is the beauty of it, though, right? It was out in the open. It was, the shop was closing. They you could see they were reducing stuff, having a closing down sale. And the funny thing is,
sorry, what? But he's done it again.
What? Who's done?
He really stinks.
Has he?
Yeah.
It's not come this way. But I think my nostrils blocked, so I'm okay.
Oh, you're lucky then.
Yeah. But like the funny thing is, like, you know, it was a low hanging fruit thing because it was a shop. There were people going into the shop, and when we first got this stock, right, I was obviously going on eBay, and I found people that had gone in and bought stuff at reduced prices and were selling it for a profit on eBay. The difference was they'd only bought one or two, whereas I'd gone in and thought, well, I bet I can get a better deal if I ask for the whole lot. Yeah. And guess what? That's exactly what happened.
And we did. Yeah.
So people were going in and buying off because the off the shelf prices were low, guys. They were like, you know, 40-50% off and stuff.
Yeah. And we were completely honest about what we did. Yeah. They even asked if they could check out our eBay store. We gave it to them.
Yeah. And we just because we were buying so much, that's where we were just like, well, what can you do if we take the whole lot? And that's where we got the better deal. And you know, so people did go in with the idea of reselling.
And the thing is, it was a really nice, I just want to touch on this quickly. It was a really nice buying experience from like business to business.
Yeah.
Because
there was no pretense.
There was just complete honesty about what we do.
They
knew that we would want a really good deal. They gave us a really good deal. They knew
they needed to get rid of the stock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that was it. So, and it was just a really nice experience from that point of view.
Definitely.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, very pleasant. Like, you don't feel like the need that you've got to come up with an excuse to why you're buying this or so that much, or whatever. So, I mean, and so in a way it was low hanging fruit because it was there, but I suppose, you know, we had the guts, I suppose, to go in and say, you know, okay, we're serious about taking, or we saw the potential, maybe that's what it was. But there were people that saw the potential to an extent, but they only went in and bought a couple of things. Maybe that's all they could afford to buy.
And, there's a number of reasons for that. They may not have wanted to have bought in.
Yeah, but we had to borrow money to buy it. We got working capital to buy it.
But they may not have
had access to, or they might not have wanted to go for something so big. But so
they might do it on a part-time basis and be like, that's too much workload for me. I mean, you know, there's a number of things.
My honest opinion is, after the way it's affected our business, I would consider that rather than going to charity shops, which, imagine the hours you spend a week driving around them, or car boots, your time could be spent literally driving a few hours around looking for closing down shops.
Yeah.
And all you need is to find the one, don't you, to make the deal.
Absolutely.
You could potentially argue that case, that if you spent all that time that you spend going and not finding much, or not finding a great deal, if you spend all that searching and you look at the UK as your local area, there's lots of shops closing and business. And actually, you might not want to type in closing down on Google, but if you go to Gumtree, oftentimes local shops will put up their inventories and things like that. Sometimes you can find them like that even. I mean, we're talking from like not a position of experience with that. We've not had an experience.
I mean, it's something worth checking.
But it's worth checking.
But
we know that David McGregor got a huge haul from Gumtree.
Yeah, he did.
So you can, and so you can find big hauls anywhere, really. It's looking for them. I think, like with anything, when you start looking, you start finding stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, hauls are not special. They're not magical, or they're not any more difficult than, I would say it's more difficult sourcing in a charity shop or car boot. That's a lot more difficult. If you look at it, if you think about it, with a charity shop and a car boot, you're like going out sourcing, and you've got to stay positive and motivated because you don't know what you're going to find. You might find the most amazing things, you might find nothing.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're doing like a big job lot or something like that, you kind of know what you're getting into. It's in a way it's less risky.
It is.
Wow. All right. Nick goes, I may spend a lot tomorrow. Depends how much interest there is in the lots. Nick is proper pumped about this auction. I'm guessing he's going to come away with at least a car full.
Yeah.
Possibly two. It looks like we have had a super chat. $5 super chat. Oh god, we've had to scroll down a bit. We're a bit behind.
We're really behind.
Steve and Steph have super chatted us $5. Thanks.
Thank you.
Gotta go make some ponies and monkeys. You're gonna make a pony and a monkey. Okay. Cheers. All have a great weekend. Enjoy your life. Really appreciate the super chat. That's really kind of you. No need for it, but thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
And yes, make some ponies and some monkeys. Definitely,
Yes.
It's all about ponies and monkeys. So that's amazing. I actually had to scroll down a lot.
Yeah.
The snoring is coming from Alfie, by the way. I've seen a couple of comments about snoring. Nick says, yeah, there were so many dealers there, just hoping to grab a few bits that fly under the radar if we're lucky. Yeah, definitely. What were you laughing about? Well, Shell Serenity Backspace says, I couldn't be less interested in this CD player.
Yeah.
Not interested in it.
It's so true.
Okay. Right. Let's just scroll down. Wow. Got to get down here. You have to look for opportunities that most people miss, says Indie Chick. I got those £360 curtains at the end of a car boot sale. Hundreds of people must have walked past them. Yeah, very true. Very true. FOMO is real though, says Reseller Mum. I'm sourcing once a week at one place, saving a load of time buying in bulk, but I miss looking around too, sourcing addict. I know what you're saying, Reseller Mum, and FOMO is a thing, definitely.
We do,
but that's when we went. Yeah, but that's why we went. And that's why we went to the car boot, and we got really lucky and got a Thin Lizzy touring jacket.
Yeah.
Krillin has super chatted $2 and says, Z, you should dye your stash like wrestler. Sup, Bill Graham. What? Who? Which wrestler? What? Which wrestler has like a tash? Dye your stash like a... I don't know. Dye my mustache like a wrestler. Okay, Krillin.
Okay.
I'm reading it out.
Thank you for the super
Thank you
chat.
for the super chat. Richard Howe says, looking at a haul tomorrow, Sawyer on Spark. Yeah, they're there. And FOMO is real. Fear of missing out, Indie Chick. It is the fear of missing out. But if you look at things like, you look at Steve and Steph, for example, they were in the chat. They're buying in bulk because it does save a lot of, you save so much time. You save like a lot of time. I think you can really do a lot with that as well. It makes you look at things very differently. I mean, we found this haul is it's completely changed. Just changed.
It's changed
going forward.
How we look at it.
Like when we went to when we were going to the charity shops when Bex was looking for clothes, I was just walking around thinking, wow, I'd struggle to source like that now. And the reason is because of the uncertainty. It's so uncertain. I mean,
we're still like going and having a look, but
for ourselves and stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely.
It's definitely.
But there's too much uncertainty. Like I found that CD player, which was great. But imagine if I was in need of stock, and I spent the day out and I came away with a CD player, I'd be very disappointed. And I think that's where we were when we first came up here. So I really do find that. I do find that sourcing in bulk is, for me personally, and everyone's different. Everyone's going to have their own, reasons for buying in bulk, not buying in bulk, etc. So this isn't like a hard and fast rule.
No, definitely not. And everyone's got their own ways of dealing with things.
We understand you've got to be able to store the stuff. If you buy in bulk, you've got to have the capital to buy in bulk, and then be able to deal and process with it.
Exactly.
Oh, basically like Hulk Hogan. Krillin means diet blonde. Diet.
Okay. Yeah, let's not do that.
Okay. Right. Okay. What's going on in the chat now? Our kid has been to school for 4 days and already we've got 3 emails and 2 permission slips and requests to spend £20 on extra classes. Oh yes, school. It's a lot of messages and we have this parent mail thing.
Yeah. I asked you the other day, didn't I? I was like, what happened to them just sending letters home? It's like every day there's like emails from the
you
school.
Have a form to...
I know that I'm complaining.
You have a form to...
I am complaining, actually. When I sit there and it's like, reminder, you need to sign this form or you need to do this.
You need to do
Parents' evening coming up.
Yeah, there's so many.
You know. And the thing is, when it comes to parents' evening, like... our daughters go round and they get their little slip and they get the teachers, so we kind of know it's getting taken care of anyway, but it's like the reminders are a little bit constant. A bit too much.
Megapixel says bring back Big Daddy and Giant Haystack. And Indie Chick's got a little joke there, say I bought a Bonnie Tyler doll because I thought it looked good quality. It's okay, but every now and then she falls apart. That's good, Indie Chick. That's a good one. Okay. So, by the way, guys, we've got over 112 people watching us, which is fantastic.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. What's the name of your eBay store? It's Rap God FTW.
We need to change it.
Why?
It can't be that anymore.
I was listening to Rap God.
Yeah, it's Rap God for the win.
Oh, Nick says, question, have you guys got your heads around merch yet? I've uploaded 3 now, still waiting for that elusive sale.
Zahir,
I've uploaded
you're more
1
onto this than I am right now.
You're going to get into it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, promise?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, just watch.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I've uploaded 1 design, and when I say design, it was a text-based shirt.
Yeah.
Very basic, just so that I've got something uploaded. I've not had any sales, but I'm more at the moment. I'm trying to work out Inkscape and vectors. I'm using that.
There's a lot of playing around that you've got to kind of do.
Yeah.
Really.
What I want to do. You don't have to. You can use. It's fun to do it that way. I love messing around.
I used to mess around with Photoshop. Is it Photoshop?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Photoshop years ago.
Exactly. For Sims.
I used to love playing around on that for the Sims. So I'm looking forward to it. But the thing is, with me, like I'll get into it and then I'll spend hours on it and lose the day. That's why I haven't really.
No, you need to though, because I I'm learning Inkscape and I can use vectors now, and I want to start. Yeah, I want to start making designs and whatever at some point.
We are gonna.
We've only got 1 uploaded.
We're gonna call it.
Yeah, we are. We're over 8 o'clock.
Call it a day because we've got to go walk the dog.
Yeah.
So thank you to everyone that joined us.
Yeah, thank you everyone for joining us. If you enjoyed the chat, please leave us a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. Adam says, here, you can change your shop name.
Yeah, I mean...
I should really.
The thing is, it was... When you opened up your shop,
I was listening to Rap God
a lot. Listening to Eminem and Rap God.
No, I was just listening to Rap God.
No, actually, it was
not just Eminem.
No, because you actually changed your shop name
to Rap God. It was just because of but it's only because of that one line about Columbine, because he wasn't able to say it used to be cut out on the album and I remember you buying me the album and everything, and it was like years ago. So Anyway. Okay.
Good night.
Guys, thanks for watching. Smash the like button, please.
That almost sounded like, pleading.
Please.
Please. Anyway, I'll see you.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
Oh, actually, no. See, this is the bit where I forget. This is the
bit where we've got to go over to the other screen.
No, I've gotten rid of the other screen now.
Oh, what have you doing? What are you doing? This is the awkward bit where we
we're going to just sit here now. Right, we're going to sit here and turn this off.
We're just going to sit here.
Okay.
And we're going to try and find the screen that we needed.
Yeah, we need to turn... Because I always turn it off wrong. Because I turn it off from OBS and then it's not turned off the right way. So I'm going to actually go into the live streaming menu.
There we go.
There we are. Go to events now. So it's just loading up the events now, guys. Tar Rap God says be it comes. It's Rap God FTW, by the way, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I have to go into the event. Oh, no.
No.
No, have I done it
no,
right?
You've done it
Live
wrong.
control room, that's
There
it.
you
Live
go.
control.
How often have you done this?
I shouldn't close this window because it takes ages to get back onto it. It really does.
Now our screen's going like this.
Now we're going to go to stop streaming and we have to say goodbye. Thank you very much.
Good night.